Well, now that we're all acquainted, I'd like to discuss a few things before anything else happens.
Sure. Where do we start?
Well, perhaps like how we all ended up here.
How about we focus on getting out instead?
Well, I was just at home, working on a design for a dress.
A dress?
I study fashion. Anyway, it wasn't going too well and I got a little stressed. The next thing I knew, I was standing in an empty mall.
Sort of like a time lapse, was it not?
I guess?
I see. That's very interesting. It's almost as if... It almost seems as if...
This mall you were in, was it somewhere you'd seen before?
Yeah, it was like the mall I used to hang out at back in high school. But it wasn't exactly the same either.
I assume that everyone else has a similar story. A sudden change of environment into a familiar setting, followed by a sequence of trials that eventually brought you here?
It's almost like something out of a fairy tale, isn't it?
Oh, please.
What?
I say we're all dead. This is what the other side looks like. Either that or I'm dreaming. And you're all just figments of my imagination.
Or you're a figment of mine.
Why don't we find out? Baby.
What's the big idea? Jerk?
Fine. That cleared that up. Can't be a dream. What else?
How about you over there? You've been pretty quiet. Any thoughts?
No. I don't know. Whatever. Aliens.
That actually doesn't sound as far-fetched as it should. As Ashley put it, it all just happened. Everything changed around us, and just like that, we were somewhere else. So what happened back where we came from? We must have just vanished.
I hope someone's looking for us.
You ever hear of those stories about people who disappear without a trace?
Yeah, I've heard a few of those. They're more like urban legends.
A lot of them are bogus, but some are still mysteries. Take, for instance, the Bennington Triangle.
Bennington? You mean the Bermuda Triangle?
That's another example, but I'm talking about Bennington, Vermont. For about 3 decades in the early 1900s, the area was filled with cases about people who went missing, never to be found again. But even today, stories like this pop up from different parts of the world. What if there's really something to them?
So maybe this is what happens to all those people who've disappeared? They all end up... here.
Okay, stop. Whatever this place is, let's not think about it as some sort of psyched-out paranormal fantasy wonderland.
Wait, weren't you the guy saying that this was what the other side looked like 5 minutes ago?
Sure. Goes to show you I wasn't thinking straight. Case in point. By the way, I didn't hurt your hand, did I?
James has a point. It's far too early to be putting an explanation to this place. As I always say, if you want to figure out what something is, it's best to do so from the outside.
AKA, let's get the hell out of here.
Yes, but as I said before, I'd just like to determine a few things before we do so. For instance, has anyone felt the urge to eat or sleep since they arrived here?
I've been here for at least a day's worth. Come to think of it, I haven't felt tired or hungry the whole time.
Huh. You know, I never even realized it, but ditto.
Haven't had to take a leak either, whatever that's worth.
My cheek stings.
Good.
So at least we can still feel pain.
At least we can feel pain. Right.
I guess that means we might not starve or fatigue, but we could still get injured.
Or die.
Shut up.
By the way, has anyone else's watch stopped?
Yeah, mine did.
Same here.
My cell phone won't turn on anymore, if that counts.
Who cares? It's not like we need to know what time it is here.
Exactly. It's probably just a way of telling us to forget about whatever logic we had before we got here. We should all know by now that this place has its own set of rules, even its own system of time. It almost feels as if this whole environment is alive, and reacting to everything we do. Not just our actions, our thoughts as well.
Well, in that case,
What are you doing?
thinking about what comes next. I was just kidding. Did I do that?
In a sense, yes. We all got one eventually when we entered this room. Once you pick up yours, we should have all 7 lights. Whatever that leads to, I suppose, is the real question.
Alright then. Here goes nothing.
What is that? A clock?
It's a timer. At least we can feel pain. Right.